The present status is, Pakistan is endeavoring with the international community to project the issue in order to internationalize it, because India has not accepted even the verdict of the Court of Arbitration and the neutral expert, and they are repeatedly giving messages to Pakistan that they will stop the water of the rivers which are coming to Pakistan. So ultimately, today's seminar there in Islamabad, I think it will make a certain way towards the projecting our issue. And maybe I think in the long run, Pakistan will have to go to the International Court of Justice. I think there's no other option left, because India is not ready for bilateral talks. But I think maybe another window is still available if I think the government of Pakistan could avail it, because they have projected Mr. Trump many times for this peace award. And also they have, supported both Iran and USA for an agreement or ceasefire. I think maybe that if Pakistan talks with the Vice President of USA in order to settle this issue with India. Yes.
And so India has repeatedly made statements about restricting water flow to Pakistan. Under the treaty, what actions can India legally take, and where would it be seen as a violation of the agreement?
India, under the treaty, the waters of three rivers, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab, these are Pakistan's water. And in Article 3, it is written, the India will let the flow of all the water of three western rivers to Pakistan, certain exception of specified uses. So these uses are the hydroelectric plants and some agriculture use. And India has been carrying out these uses since the signing of the treaty. But the diversion of River Chenab out of the basin into Ravi, I think it is a flagrant violation of the treaty. And I think India is once again attracting toward the such kind of situation that a war can start between the two countries, because you already know that in 1947, when India stopped the water of Pakistan, and with the intervention of World Bank, at that World Bank told that the two countries were to a brink of war in 1947 or 1948 of the stoppage of water. I think India is repeating the same history, but I think it is not 1950 or 1947 or 48. It is 2026, I think, and the situation is quite different. And the Pakistan's efforts are to have a peace, that India should settle the issue with Pakistan, sit on a table, and nothing more.
To suspend or ignore the treaty, what legal and diplomatic options are available to Pakistan under international law?
International law, if you talk of international law, because we have a treaty with India, and under the international law, there is a sanctity of these agreements and treaties. These are international agreements and treaties. So if India unilaterally cannot abrogate it or suspend it, so if India is adamant that they will suspend it and they will not let the flow of water enter into Pakistan, then the situation is, let's suppose the 1949 Vienna Convention, it talks about that one country cannot weaponize the water. They cannot construct the dikes, they construct the dams, which are actually affecting the other party. So I think it will be considered as an act of war. And when there is an act of war, I think then the world knows that what is then likely to happen.
Having served as Pakistan's Indus Water Commissioner, do you believe the treaty's dispute resolution mechanisms remain effective, or do they require strengthening?
I think these, in the past history of this implementation of the Indus Water Treaty, there are 3-4 projects we had a dispute with India. One was resolved at the level of the two governments. The other was resolved at the level of the Court of Arbitration. And the third one at the level of the neutral expert. These are the institutional arrangements given in the treaty. But if India is not abiding by these provisions, then I think the option is open for Pakistan that they knock the door of the ICJ or may, I think, apprise the UN Security Council in order to put sanction on India if they don't accept the verdict of the Court of Arbitration or ICJ and stop the support which is being given by the European Commission and USA and JICA to India on its various projects. Although these projects are not related to the Indus Water Treaty, but since I think the world has to put pressure on India in order to come on table.
And how important is international support, including from the World Bank and other stakeholders, in ensuring that both countries continue to honour this treaty?
You know, the Court of Arbitration has already given a verdict that there's nothing kind of held in abeyance clause in the treaty. Neutral expert has also repeated the same. The president of the World Bank, Mr. Ajay Banga, he categorically told in the media that there is no provision of the abrogation of the treaty. So what else is left? The only left is that Pakistan is actually acting with a patience. But if a stage, such a stage come that there is a reduction of water or there is a diversion of water, then I think Pakistan cannot afford that its food and fiber basket becomes dry.